That light is okay. Okay, maybe it's doing what it's doing what it's gonna do. What's up, YouTubers? What's going on, you guys? What is going on? So, okay, happy Saturday to everyone. Oh my goodness, this weekend is going by so fast already. I'm like, slow down, okay? I want to be off. I want to relax as much as possible. But anyway, you guys, okay, I got some scoop about your boy Diddy, okay, and the fight that he got into and caused him to get into solitary confinement, all right? Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel, all right, if you're not subscribed. And also hit that thumbs up button so you can be notified when I go live and all. Oh, yeah, subscribe so you can be notified when I go live and every time I post a video. All right, you see me on the ring with a ring on. It's just my wedding ring. Anyway, but your girl didn't just get engaged or anything or married. Not yet, not yet. Anyway, let's talk about your boy Diddy, okay? Because I got some scoop. So come closer, come closer. All right. Anyway, so they saying, y'all, okay, this fight happened a couple days before TMZ released the info. All right. So at least one day before TMZ released the info. So they got the scoop late. Okay. And it's a guy on TikTok who posted the information and now it's circulating. And then when you go back and look at when TMZ released the information about Diddy, which was yesterday, yeah, they were late. But anyway, so, okay, the info is that Diddy was in an area with some other guys. He was smoking a cigarette, okay? The guards came in, caught him with the cigarettes because I guess they're not supposed to have cigarettes in that area or something. They caught him. They smelled the smoke. They hemmed everybody up. And then, oh no. So Diddy was allegedly, this is all alleged, okay, this is all alleged. So allegedly, Diddy was smoking in an area around some other inmates, right? One of the inmates got upset, confronted Diddy. Okay, he stood up for himself. They got into a scuffle. The guards came in, smelt the cigarette smoke, found cigarettes, and also found 3 phones. Now, allegedly, right now, no one knows who had ownership of the 3 cell phones. Could have been 3 different people. One could have been Diddy's, but no one knows as of now. But allegedly, the fight all started because Diddy was smoking cigarettes in an area where he was not supposed to be smoking, and one of the inmates got mad and confronted him about it. They got into an argument, started fighting. The guards came in, found cigarettes and 3 cell phones. Yep, that's what had happened. Allegedly, that's what they're saying. Yep. So yeah. So in that case, if you remember last night, I read the definition or the meaning of solitary confinement. And it said that, to take, if one is being aggressive, the guards can separate the inmates by putting them in solitary confinement so that they can't, be aggressive or cause problems with other inmates. So, and it also said that it could be a way of protecting the inmate so that inmate won't be harmed. And I was saying this could go either way, because if that's the case that Diddy's, if that's the reason why Diddy is in solitary confinement, then his lawyers can say, oh, the guards wanted to protect him, to keep him away because people are wanting to, pick fights at him or cause fights with him because he's a celebrity. That's not what happened, allegedly. So your boy is not going to get that early release. Okay, he's going to have to do his full time, allegedly. We gonna see. But how y'all feel about that new scoop right there? Because I was just like, I was thinking yesterday, dag, they may be doing this as a ploy to say, oh, he can't be around everyone else. But from this little bit of news right here that I'm hearing, oh no, your boy's gonna do the rest of his time. Okay, on time. And allegedly, that program that I was talking about yesterday, that Diddy is a part of, that's supposed to be helping inmates not some time off their original release date. Allegedly he's been put out or kicked out of that group. That group. So this happened a couple days ago because I'm pretty sure they didn't make that determination on a Saturday, right? So yeah. This fight happened at least this week. Earlier this week, when TMZ got the news, it was a day or two later. They had already determined that Diddy was going to be kicked out of that program. And if that's the case, then he's going to have to do his full time right there in Fort Dix. Okay? Where he want to be, right? Anyway, y'all guys, tell me how y'all feel about this info, okay? I knew we was going to get to the bottom of it and find out what had happened for real. Yeah. Oh, y'all, and I got another update, okay, about the Nolan Wells situation. Yes. So, if you don't know, it's this girl named Chronicle Speaks, and she's on YouTube. Y'all go check her out. She does lovely coverage, okay? Anyway, she was able to, I don't know if she did, she played on her channel, Chronicle Speaks. She played on her channel that recording of the Warren boy and the rest of his friends when they had called the Coast Guard people, or not the Coast Guard people, the Marine people to come and get his boat, saying that his boat was sinking, and she was asking, where are you at? How many people is on the boat? Anyway, Chronicle Speaks played that same recording and was able to capture the background sounds. Y'all, if this information is true, someone needs to be locked up right now. Right now. And I hope this gets to Nolan Wells' family. So, in the background, before the call even started, you can hear the boys saying, no, is he dead? Is he dead? There was a girl that was saying, is he dead? And someone said, he's dead. And then they said, Nolan. And then they said, wake up. And then you heard them dragging something. Y'all, crazy. I had to play the thing about 3 or 4 times. I was just shocked at what I was hearing. Because how did we not hear all that was going on in the background when they first put out that recording? And whoever put that recording out, how they didn't listen to the noises that was going on in the background to hear all that the kids were saying, the boys were saying in the background. So the guy Warren, who did the interview with that police officer Tatum, Officer Tatum or something, the guy who did, I think his name was Warren. And matter of fact, the boys in the background, they were calling Warren, and they called the other boy who Warren said he went out there on the guy's boat. Y'all, this is crazy. I had to play that thing over and over like 3 times because I could not believe what I was hearing. So that boy who did that interview, it's like a 3 or 4 part interview he did with Officer Tatum. It's on YouTube. You can check it out. He lied. And then Chronicle Speaks did a time frame of when the boat left the house that it was at, someone's granddad's house, and then it went to Horn Island, and then it said they had went a couple different places. never went to get assistance with a sinking boat, y'all. This is crazy. So you know it was definitely a cover up. So what it seems like is they definitely, Nolan definitely died on that boat. He definitely died on that boat. If that recording that Chronicle Speaks played on her YouTube channel today, it got posted. You can listen to it over and over. You can hear them saying, "No, he's dead. He's dead. Nolan, Nolan," in the background before the boy started even talking to the lady on the phone. And another tip that she didn't even talk about, Chronicle Speaks, she didn't even talk about, but when the boy, whoever made the phone call to the Marine lady to asking for help because the boat was sinking, the news media, they didn't play the full clip. So the full clip said the lady was end up talking to a captain who could go out there and check on the boat. I guess you have to have some type of membership, almost like a AAA sound like if you was on land and your car broke down. If you got a AAA membership, then they could get someone to come out there and look at your car and help you get your car where it needs to go, right? So that boy, I believe that was Warren, him making that phone call to the lady, the Marine lady, she called the captain. The captain said that he had just talked to the granddad who owns the boat. And the granddad said that everything was fine. And the lady said, "Well, I have him on hold now." And he said, "I literally just got off the phone with the granddad, and he said everything was okay." So I'm wondering if the granddad knew about the fight, because I'm thinking that obviously it was the fight between someone and Nolan. He probably fell and hit his head. He probably fell and hit his head on the thing that was causing the boat to sink, even though we don't have no actual proof that the boat actually sank. Y'all, oh my goodness. Why this make me want to start doing some crime stuff? Because I couldn't believe that is, oh my goodness. I can't even imagine what the family is going through right now. Because if you don't know, the district attorney has shut down all evidence and everything about the case. She has closed everything down. Now, allegedly, the FBI is supposed to be investigating everything. They are going to have some type of trial or something to get some answers out, because Mississippi is not giving no information about the whereabouts, what happened to Nolan, what they found. They're not letting the Mississippi coroner report the findings of the first autopsy. They hiding everything. And they kept his lungs and his throat and sent the rest of his body to Washington, D.C. to be examined by the medical examiner that Colin Kaepernick paid for the family. Okay? Peace up to Colin Kaepernick for doing a big thing like that, because if he wouldn't have did that, of course, it would have just been left up to Mississippi coroner to let us know what actually happened with Nolan. But as you know, they didn't give any information. And they told the family they couldn't give them any information. So the family was like, "Oh no, we're getting our own independent research." Y'all, if y'all have any suspicions about y'all loved ones passing away or anything, definitely get an independent medical examiner instead of the state one. Okay? Because it seems like a lot of people were involved in the cover-up of the Nolan Wells situation. And why is my question. Why would you want to cover this up? To protect those boys? Why would you want to protect those boys? Their parents must be someone of like high honor. I know one of them, stepmom, is a lawyer. But they must have some other, unless the one whose stepmom is a lawyer, unless that young man is the one who got in the fight with Nolan, then that would make sense to me. But to protect all these boys is crazy. And then, y'all, another big thing on that recording, y'all, listen, on that recording that was played on Chronicle Speaks YouTube page, when I believe it was Warren, when he was talking to the lady, she asked him how many people are on board. He said 7. You can hear someone in the background counting. Someone said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, that's only like one off. But at the same time, I feel like either they went ahead and dropped and threw Nolan's body overboard then. So they were going to say, of course, yeah, it's only 6 people on board. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to read into that. But this whole thing is crazy. What's up, Chris? Happy Saturday to you. I hope you're having an awesome day. Yay. Okay. But y'all, this findings. I was talking about the Nolan Wells situation. So on Chronicle Speaks YouTube page, she played a recording that let you hear what was going on in the background when the guy Warren called the Marine lady to get the boat, to come get the boat towed, because he said the boat was sinking. Well, obviously the boat wasn't sinking, and you can hear the noise in the background. You can hear the playback. She made it very clear. I don't know if she paid for that for the background noises to be heard, or if somebody else did it and they released the tape. But before Warren start talking to the lady, you can hear the people in the background saying, "Oh no, he's dead." A girl even said, "He's dead." And then you can hear a lot of panic. And they said, "He's dead. He's dead." And they kept saying, "Nolan, Nolan." You can hear it clear as day. It's definitely a cover up. But my question is, why is Mississippi covering this case up like this? Why are they trying to protect these boys and not let the family know what, and not do a real investigation to find out what happened to Nolan Wells? Why are they covering this information up? Why would the Mississippi medical examiner send Nolan's body face down to Washington, D.C., the medical examiner there, without his lungs or his esophagus, the inside of his throat? Why would they not send those 2 pieces so that the medical examiner can find out whether or not he was strangled, if he drowned? Because in the lungs, if there's water in the lungs, then you know that he drowned. But if he was dead before he got in the water, then you won't see water in the lungs. And I believe that's why the lungs was not sent with his body, and his throat wasn't sent with his body, because they're covering up the fact that he did not drown. Oh, yeah, I heard about Chris Brown too. I'm going to have to look into that, because they're saying that Chris Brown is going to be locked up in London over that bar fight that had happened. That's crazy, Chris. That's crazy too. I'm like, wow. So I wonder, can London extradite people? Can they come to America and take him back to London and lock him up? Because I wouldn't volunteer going back to no damn London so I could get locked up. They can? Oh, that's bad. How much time he gonna have to do? That's crazy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's just, oh, that's crazy. Ugh. I mean, I don't know. I don't know these people like that. All I know is it seemed like Chris Brown does have an anger problem. In my opinion, I believe he does have an anger problem, just like Diddy. But I don't know. I think that's it's an ego thing, I feel like, you know? And then we don't know when you go to those other countries like that, you may be defending yourself and think, oh, you ain't gonna hit me. I'm gonna do this, that, and that, and that. And not knowing, nah, they don't play with that. They'll lock your ass up. Okay. This could be one of those situations. I'm not really sure. I have to do more research to find out about that whole situation. But yeah, that's real crazy with the whole Chris Brown case as well. Yeah. Ooh. You say he's going to be sentenced in November for that London situation for a long time. I saw that. And I didn't even have time to look it up. He did, him and Usher. Y'all, I didn't know Jeezy was in had a residency in Las Vegas. I really wish I would have booked me a trip to Las Vegas so I could have seen Jeezy. Oh my goodness. I would have really wanted to see him. Everybody was dressing up. Everybody was real fancy and like it was like a black tie affair. You saw all the ladies dressed up in their best, okay? Their best dresses. The guys were dressed up in suits and ties. Also, Rick Ross had a concert and he did the same thing. It was a black tie affair, and all the attendees, everyone who brought tickets, they were all dressed up to the T as well. I see the older guys are doing that, and I think that's real cute. I like that. I like the fact that you ain't seeing ass and titties. You know, they changing it up and doing something classy. I really like that. Cause you know you weed out the bad ones when you do shit like that. Cause everybody ain't about to get all dressed fresh and looking like aunt and uncle, auntie and unc. Okay, the younger people who are the bad weeds, they not gonna do all that. So yeah, I've been seeing those pictures of everybody dressed real nice, you know, and they gowns and tucks and suits and stuff. That's been real cute. That's been nice to see. I know there's been pictures of Jeezy. He's been dressed up in the whole tux, okay, looking like $1,000,000, okay, looking real nice. But yeah, oh y'all, one more thing. This is the last thing, and then I gotta get off here. So, do y'all know Bambi from Bambi and Drewski, right? So I've been waiting for another clip because I've been watching that on YouTube. Could have been the daddy, if y'all know what I'm talking about. Because I love them two together. I feel like they should be a real couple, right? But Bambi is pregnant. For real, for real. She's pregnant. So I'm wondering, is this actually Drewski's baby? Because y'all know they doing this show together and everything, and it'd be hard for me to see her messing with another guy and get pregnant, and they doing the show, her and Drewski doing the show together. So I'm thinking this baby she pregnant with might actually be Drewski's baby, and she's saying that she's having twins, y'all. But I do like the fact that Drewski he has really helped this chick out. I really like the fact, whether they're together or not, whether that's really his baby or not, he is really like showing her some love and appreciation, helping her out. She definitely has a place to stay. She has money in her pocket. She's getting other offers to do other things. She's getting a lot of support, and she ain't gotta go out there and sell that cat that nobody wants. No, I love you, baby. You cool. But yeah, their show hasn't come on in about 2 weeks. Usually it comes on Thursday on YouTube. And Drewski gonna let you know. You're gonna get, if you're subscribed to Drewski on YouTube and on Instagram, you are going to be notified when that show is about to start playing, or the day before, it's going to show or air, and I haven't seen it in 2 weeks. So the last episode they had was 2 weeks ago, and they gave us a little sneak peek, and Bambi was in the bathroom, and there was a pregnancy test on the counter, and Drewski came in the bathroom, and he was like, "What is that? What you doing with that?" And then that was it. And I was like, "Oh my goodness." I was like, "She not gonna be pregnant. She not gonna be pregnant." But nah, your girl is pregnant, okay? I seen her on two different things. I saw a little clip of her where someone made her this could have been hat. It had could have been records, could have been the baby, could have been love. Had a picture of her and Drewski on it, and she was like, "Oh my goodness, you're gonna make me cry, and you know I'm pregnant." And then she went on this 20 versus 1, where it's like that dating show or whatever, almost like the pop the balloon type thing. That shit was funny as hell. If y'all check that out on YouTube, I watched that whole thing. I think it was like an hour and some change. And it was funny. Okay, the guys kept bringing her food, and she was like, "You my dog. You can stay. You can stay." One guy brought her a pizza. Another guy brought her a whole bunch of snacks and shit. You know, she's just such a real person. You can tell, right? Like, she just don't play. She is who she is, and I like that. You don't see a lot of that realness on when you watch stuff nowadays. You know, everybody wants to be the silicone model and everything, but to see her just be her true self, and she's actually a very pretty girl. She just, need to get that body together. That's why I hate she went and got pregnant, because she could have got her damn body done. But she probably thinking long term, like, bitch, I could get for 18 years, I could get a good check, because Drewski on that damn Forbes list. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching my YouTube channel. I'll probably be back with another one. If not, then I'll definitely be back with another one tomorrow, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. I'm almost at my big major level, 1,000 subscribers. Thanks to you all. I would like to thank all my subscribers, everyone who believed in me. I'm going to have a whole speech for you guys when I reach that 1,000 subscriber mark, right? I don't get no play sign until you get the 100,000 mark, but I'm gonna do something special for the 1,000. I'm gonna do something special for y'all, just to have just because I'm extra. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up. All right, I'll be back with another one soon. It's your girl Sunshine here. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend, you guys.